everyone, it's Science Magazine time. Would you please take out the Science Magazine that I told you about during our attendance this morning? It's the Science Magazine From the Farm to You. And I was telling you all that I thought it would be an interesting science magazine to do because I heard so many people during our Zoom session, our Zoom meeting on Friday, talking about planting in gardens. I know I have been planting things during our social distancing or during our distance learning. And so I thought we could connect what we've been doing to a science magazine. Okay, so with our science magazine, we of course are going to need kindergarten red, right? We need to have our tools ready. Kindergarten red, first grade orange. We're also going to have a couple of the yellow, second grade, nice, second grade yellow. We're also going to have some third grade green words today too. And of course, purple punctuation. And the last one that we need, what's the last tool? Right, our black labeling line. Okay, so these are the grade tools that we'll need. Kindergarten, first grade, second grade, and third grade. There's only a couple of second and third grade words, but good to have it out ready to go. And then purple and black. Okay, so looking at the cover of our magazine, this is a Time for Kids magazine, and we already said the title of our issue. It's called From the Farm to You. The first caption says, "Find out how farmers grow the food you eat." There's also a very small picture caption over here, and it says, "A boy holds a basket filled with beans." Okay, I'm seeing some kindergarten words in there. Kindergarten red. There's some in the title of our magazine. I should get some. I think that crayons would work better on this material that the paper is. It's kind of like a plasticky film, and the marker doesn't work very well on it. Okay, also making sure to look in the two captions, the two picture captions, because there are some kindergarten words in there. Okay, let's see if you can see my red on the camera. Right, okay, so let's look at the title first. I found this kindergarten word. Did you also find this one? Right, what word is it? The, to, and you in the title of our issue. And then looking in our first caption, I found the word the and the word you, right. And then very small over here, there's two of the same word. It's the word a, very nice. There is also some important first grade words that would be good for us to know. The first one is the first word in the title. What word is the first word in the title of our magazine? From, right. Would you underline that with orange? From. The next first grade word is in the second sentence, or the second line, the second line of our bigger caption. The word that starts with an H. Do you know what that word is? Would you tell me if you know what that word is? Right, it's the word ow. How. How is a first grade word. Underlining that. So we have the word from is a first grade word. The word how is a first grade word. And the last one we're going to need to underline is in the smaller caption. It's on the bottom line. It's a W word. W word that ends with a th sound. What are the two letters that make the th sound? Right, a TH. Do you see a W word that ends in a TH? Yeah, it's the word with. With. Underlining that. This is where we see a couple of third grade words as well. Taking out our green third grade marker or crayon. The first word is a describing word for this child right here. It starts with a B, and it's in the first sentence here. It's telling us about this boy. Boy, right. Boy. Would you underline boy with a green marker or crayon? It's not going to show up very well over the plants. But you can kind of see, if I move the magazine a little bit, boy. And then our next word, which we're going to see a couple of times. Where did it go? Oh, no, I'm wrong. It'll be on the next page that we see the word that I'm thinking of, because I don't see it on here. Nope, that's our only third grade word for that page. So now we're gonna need purple punctuation. Would you please find all of the purple punctuations on this page? I'm only seeing 2. Are you also only seeing 2? 1, 2. Of course, you're always more than welcome to do the other purple punctuation word or symbols, but we're gonna focus on the ones that are in the title, in our text, and in our captions. Okay, that means we're ready for black labeling line. The word that I am thinking for this picture, that is the main idea, is in this smaller caption over here. And it's the last word in that caption. It starts with a B. Right, it's the word beans. He's holding a basket of beans. Ooh, basket of beans. Starts with a B. Would you underline the word beans and point to one of the beans in the basket? Ah, I remember where the third grade word was that I was missing. It's the third grade word we're going to write. The other labeling line that I want us to write is for the word plants. He's holding plants, vegetables. So, and there's also a lot of plants behind him. So I'm gonna write the word plants up here. Plants is also a third grade word. That was the word that I was missing because I have my little page that I write out all of the words that I want to underline in our magazine. I wrote down plants, but I forgot we have to write that word down on the cover. So with our black labeling line, starting out with the word P, or the letter, right, P. P, P, O, L. A. It's a vowel, right? It's a, yeah, A, pull, A, N, 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 T, T, T. And that would spell the word plant, just one plant, but there's a lot of plants around him. So let's also add an S to make our word plural or make it mean more than one. Plants. Adding an S at the end. I have written the word plants here, and then I think I'm going to point up to these plants since we've already pointed to the beans. You decide. There's lots of plants to choose from. Pointing to the word, or pointing from the word plants to some plants. That means we're ready to turn the page and look at the first page in our science magazine. I'm going to fold it so it's easier to see. Okay, the top part of our magazine says, From the farm. Farmers grow fruits and vegetables. Every plant has a time to grow. Then workers collect them. Take a look. We've seen this word before. We know what grade that is. But first we have to do our kindergarten words. There's definitely some kindergarten words in there. Finding our kindergarten with our kindergarten red. Finding those kindergarten words. Seeing a couple. Okay. I found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kindergarten words. Did you also find 5 kindergarten words? Let's say them together. The and to a. There's our 5. I think we said them all. A. Did we get that one over there? 5 kindergarten words. And then we saw this is a first grade word. Listen, whisper to somebody. What is that word? It's the last word in the sentence. It starts with an L. It's a first grade word. Yeah, it's the word look. That's a first grade word. First grade orange. Look. There is another word in here that we've seen a couple of times. It starts with an H and ends with an S. It's a 3-letter word, and it's in this part of this sentence. Looking here, starts with an H and ends with an S. Looking in this part of this sentence right here. What word is that you see? 3-letter word. Yeah, has. Has is also a first grade word that's very important to know. You can say, Miss Sorensen has an orange marker in her hand. Has. Okay, and the last kindergarten word in this couple of sentences that we have seen a few times. Let me find it. Oh, it's in the title. That's why I couldn't see it. It's this word right here. Starts with an F and ends with the phoneme or the sound rum. Rum. From. That's another first grade word that we need to know. From. Oh, and you know what I realized is we wrote the word plants on our cover, but we didn't underline it. That was also a 3rd grade word. So if you want to, you can go back and underline it. I forgot, so I'm gonna do it. Because plant is a 3rd grade word because it's also in this section here. Do you see the word plant in one of these? We got 1, 2, 3, 4 sentences. Do you see the word plant? Looking for the word p, l, a, n, t. I'll give you a hint. It's in the first line of text. Right there. That's a 3rd grade word. We wrote it on the cover, and it's also in this, oops, it's also in this sentence as well. Plant. Okay. There's one more word that I forgot is our yellow word in this sentence. There's a 2nd grade word in this sentence, and then we'll be done with this part. It's the word take. Take. It's in this bottom line. Do you see the word take? Would you point to that word? Take. It's a 4-letter word and it has a silent E at the end. Take. Right, it's right there. T-A-K-E. The E makes the A say its name. T-A-K, or the long vowel. take, underlining that with yellow, and then we can go on to our first text box. Take. Okay, looking at the green text box, it's right here. There's a green picture and a green text box. Collect the crops. This worker harvests tasty turnips. Ooh, an alliteration is when there are multiple or more than one words that start with the same letter. Tasty turnips. An alliteration. Ooh, let's say alliteration 3 times. It's a not as common word that we say. Alliteration, alliteration, alliteration. Press it so it sticks. Alliteration is when 2 words or more in a sentence have the same first letter. Tasty turnips. Okay, I'm seeing a kindergarten word in there. Did you also find one kindergarten word? Right, it's the word the. And then there's also a first grade word in this sentence that's important, and we've seen a couple of times. It starts with the sound or phoneme. The. Right, it's the word this. This, oh, if we covered up the T each, it has a kindergarten word in it. The word is. This. Underlining. Purple punctuation. You can add your purple punctuation up here too. I forgot to say purple punctuation. So purple punctuation here and here. There's quite a few purple periods. Purple punctuation, purple punctuation, punctuation. 4 purple punctuations in that section up here. 4. And then there are 2 purple punctuations in our green text box. That means we're ready to do our labeling lines. When I'm looking at this picture, the main thing that's jumping out at me are these turnips. So will you underline, ooh, let's underline tasty turnips. Let's underline both words, or alliteration. Tasty turnips, and then point to the turnips. You can underline just turnips or tasty turnips. You decide. And then pointing. And I also think a good labeling line for this picture is an adjective or a word that describes this picture. I'm going to write the word white because these turnips are the color white. So I'm going to write it kind of in this area right here. There's a little space. The first letter that we need in the word white is a w sound. It makes the w sound. Right, W. W. There's not very much room right here. W. It's kind of hard to see. W. W. I. W. I. I. Right. W. I. T. 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 White. Okay. Now, labeling line, you can decide where you want to put it, somewhere, which turnip you want to put it on. White is an adjective or a describing word to tell us more about the turnips. They are white, tasty turnips. Okay, our next text box is this red text box. It says, cut the stems. That's the title of the text box. This worker cuts flavorful basil. It is an herb. This worker cuts flavorful basil. It is an herb. Kindergarten red. Seeing a few more kindergarten words than there were in the green text box. A few more kindergarten words. Did you also find 4 kindergarten words? Right. That means that there are 3 more kindergarten words in the red text box than there are in the green text box, because there was only 1 kindergarten word there. Okay, so we found the word the, it, is, and. Those are our kindergarten words. There's also a first grade word that we've already underlined in the first sentence. It starts with a the sound. What word is that? Yeah, it has, oh, I heard it. It has the, if we covered it, it has our kindergarten word at the end. This, right. First grade orange, underlining the word this. Okay, we're ready for blue. Oh, no, we're not quite yet. We need to do our purple punctuation. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm so excited to see what the blue one says. Okay, purple punctuation. I'm seeing, seeing 1 more purple punctuation than that was in the green text box. So if there was 2 purple punctuation in the last text box, and there's 1 more, so 2 plus 1 equals 3, right? 3 purple punctuation in this text box. 1, 2, 3. That means we're ready for the black labeling line. Looking at this, I feel that stems in the title is our main idea for this text box. So you underline the word stems and point to one of these plants' stems. It's the long part that connects into the ground. It has the roots that connect to the stem, and then the leaves grow from the stem. So underlining the word stems in the title, the word stems, and pointing, looking for a stem. I'm gonna point to this stem where the leaves are connecting, right in here. And then this farmer is using, or worker is using, a certain tool to cut the stems. We also wrote this labeling word down in oh, it was our last science magazine, the Busy Bees. We wrote this word. It's a tool that he's using. It's the word knife. Knife. Okay, right up here, writing the word knife. N. Right. N. I, right? F. N-I-F is the sound spelling for the word knife. And then I'm going to draw a labeling line right here to our knife. Okay, now we're ready for the blue text box. Okay, looking down at our blue text box, it says, bag the leaves. This worker gathers delicious lettuce. Kindergarten red. Underlining kindergarten words. I am only seeing 1. Are you also only seeing 1? Right. Bag the lettuce. First grade word. Are you seeing the first grade word that I'm seeing? Starts with a the sound. This. First grade orange. This is our first grade word. This. Purple punctuation. I am seeing, I am seeing 2 purple punctuation. So we had, in the first text box, we had 2 purple punctuation. Then we had 1 more purple punctuation in the red text box. And then back down to 2, which means we subtracted 1 to get from 3 down to 2. Subtracted 1. thinking about our computation coming up. Okay, black labeling line to the word leaves, and then pointing to the leaves. And then I'm gonna let you decide what you want to do the second labeling line for this picture, as well as finding the kindergarten and first grade words, purple punctuation, 2 labeling lines in this picture. But let's read it first. It says, carry a container. This worker loads up on yummy yellow squash. Alliteration, yummy yellow. Yummy yellow, our alliteration word, yummy yellow squash. Okay, so 1 more labeling line here, 2 labeling lines here, and finding our kindergarten, first, and purple punctuation. Okay, down here it says, all fruits have seeds. This strawberry shows its seeds on the outside. The apple hides its seeds inside. Oh, so some fruits have their seeds on the outside and some have them on the inside. Interesting. I wonder what other fruit. Ooh, I just thought of a good writing response. Okay, think about that. I wonder what other fruit have their seeds inside and have their seeds outside. Okay, on the back it says, grown in the USA. The map below shows all 50 states. Foods are shown on some of the states that grow them. Use the key to answer the questions below. So using the key over here to answer the questions. If you choose, you can do that or not. Okay, remembering to finish up labeling line and to complete this on your own. Thanks for listening, everyone, and I will see you in a little bit for some magazine response ideas. Bye!